So this video is going to be a little bit different compared to what we usually talk about on the channel. This was actually a topic that John brought up to me in the Everyday Collector's live stream during the, I guess more of the questions that he was giving out, more of the trivia questions or kind of just the waking up questions to see if we were there. And one of the questions I was asked is, when would you consider this hobby to be an investment? And I'd like to talk about that topic just a little bit today. And I hope that you guys here are willing to sit here and talk with me a little bit about it. Because I got some stuff that I want to talk about with this. It's an interesting topic, and it's definitely something since that live stream. It's something that I've talked about and to myself and honestly to my coworker, because I like to talk his ear off about statues. Sorry about that again. Chugged a bottle of water before coming on here. I had thirsties. But the big thing with this is, when does this become an investment? Is it possible for this hobby to be something like that? Do you guys consider this to be something like this? And this isn't just something coming from just what I think as well, but also what you guys think as well too. And I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comments. Where this could go. So the first thing I really want to talk about, how this could really determine that. One could be rarity, due to like certain pieces that, for example, let's say pieces that double in MSRP, where you can definitely get more than what it was when it originally cost here. And before I speak out my mouth, yeah, okay. The first one we want to talk about here is the obvious, one of the most popular statues in the collection. Here is the Jungle Hunter Predator from Prime 1 Studios, the 1/3 scale. This is one of the most popular statues. Like, everyone knows what this piece is when you talk about it. It's a behemoth. It's a great piece. That retailed for about $2,999. I can't remember on the top of my head if that was the deluxe bonus or if that was just a regular edition. But just in today's market, that piece easily can be sold for $4,500, $5K, easily, and I've seen it happen. So when you're talking about pieces like that, and we're thinking of things of, can this be an investment? Yes, that is something to consider in a certain manner, to win. Obviously, how fast you can move these pieces, and is the market there at the moment for someone looking for a jungle hunter predator? Do they have the space? Of course, all these things play into a factor, but it's one of those things, like I was saying, there was an MSRP set for that, and you could easily double your money with a piece like that, especially if you have the deluxe bonuses. And another one to talk about is the Doom Eternal piece. I mean, that piece easily goes for so much money. I mean, and we can go all day about this. The Maestro from XM Studios on Throne. I mean, all these pieces cannot consider to be an investment at that point, when you can get more for your bang for your buck when it comes to a piece. Some people may consider edition size to be more of a piece when they want to consider it to be an investment down the line. To consider more of, because like some people, some people have cars for retirement pieces. Some people have certain sports memorabilia, signed jerseys, certain rookie cards. But honestly, in my opinion, some people may do that for statues and sit on some highly sought out grail pieces, such like for Sideshow. It doesn't have to be edition size for that matter, for even like older pieces, such as Sideshow's Hulk, the super talked about, the original premium format, the one that has the original gray and green variants for them. I mean, that's a piece that is talked about forever, and I mean, that piece could easily go for a couple grand. So, and when you talk about the MSRP for that, that goes into the first topic, or are they going for double their power, double their value for MSRP? But then you could sit in situations where, if you sit in Sideshow, where you have the Thanos on Throne, where it's basically sat at MSRP, and sometimes it's gone up a couple little bits, but in reality, it stayed about the $1,100 to $1,200 range for that piece. I've personally been able to get the exclusive edition, had the opportunity, and probably still could easily get it for, still have the opportunity to get the exclusive for $1,000. So it varies with pieces and everything like that. So, and like other pieces like that, when you go for like ECC, for example, when you want the Hellboy, the Ape Sapien, the Reaper from Blade 2, pieces like that, the Freddy Krueger, when you're looking at pieces that go up to $4, $5, $6, $8,000 for certain pieces like this, you can consider those really at that point to be an investment piece. Maybe some people would also consider the realm of going towards the custom game to be more of an investment piece, because then those you're talking about going into the factor of low edition sizes. Sometimes those go as low as 6, even 10, 50, 60. I mean, it doesn't really, you don't really see them go above 100. So, and those pieces on the aftermarket, when you want to get them, can get up to $3,500, $4,500 for certain pieces. So it's things like that that I like to think about when this becomes that topic to, could this be an investment? But then you also got to think of the flip side of this to now we are in 2026 and we are in a era where obviously the economy is dog poop and that people aren't obviously wanting to spend this amount of money on wanting a certain amount of collection or wanting to spend thousands of dollars on collectibles for that matter. So it's something that is kind of like, okay, well, maybe you got this side here where you can see it as an investment, but then you got to think of it as almost like property. Like, not like, kind of, that's like a bad way of thinking it, but trying to think of like trying to move assets or things like that. Like, it's going to take time. It just isn't, it isn't something at like the snap of your fingers, boom, I just sold my Wolverine here and got 2K out of it. Like, that's just not something you can really do. Or like it's something that this type of hobby, where if you came into this for an investment, it's something that is definitely going to take time, and especially in 2026. So that's why I'd like to have thought about that. Is it possible for this to be an investment? And did collectors like yourself, did you guys get into this originally thinking that, even with certain pieces, like, did you guys think that I'm going to be able to triple my money in the next 10 years with this piece, or in the next 5 years, couple years, or were you guys hoping for when they announced the Infinity War saga? Did you guys hope that Thanos was going to even quadruple in value, like in more than what it already was when it was in that big boom? So I don't know. That's kind of really all I really wanted to go off with this. I wanted to talk about it a little bit more towards what we had on stream. I don't know. It's something that definitely, I think, in the longer run, definitely determining what obviously the world happening and all the world events and things like that, this could definitely turn more into investment in the long run. I do think, depending how things go and the way that certain statue companies go out to be in the next couple years. I mean, we don't know how things are going to be changing. Obviously, prices have been changing for companies and things like that. So we could see this. It's definitely an interesting topic to think about, and it's always something I have on the back end. But it's not something that the reason why I got into this. I mean, the reason why I got into collecting was I read comic books, and I have since I was a little freaking boy, and I've always wanted to see these characters in 3D form right in front of me. Like, I've always wanted to see these beautiful things, and I never really thought of it as an investment. So really getting asked a question like that, it makes you think, like, could some pieces in your collection be an investment? Or really, is this just a hobby in the long run? And or things like that. Because, like, in the end, some people collect sports cars, some people collect sports memorabilia, some people collect comic books, some people collect Beanie Babies, and not really anymore, but you guys get where I'm getting at. Like, there are their own tiers of collecting that people have, and some people collect statues. So it is that question to ask, could some pieces be a investment? Whether that's J&D, ECC, customs, life-size pieces, busts, like life-size busts when you get into silicone, things like that, and those matter. Like, could this, or even like Legendary Beast Studios, even coming up now with obviously their edition sizes getting lower and lower, and these pieces getting harder to find. Prime One doing the same thing, with edition sizes being as low as 50. And also even Sideshow doing this now, becoming going back to lower edition sizes. I mean, we had Beetlejuice being 100. 100, if I remember correctly. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, you guys get where I'm getting at this. So the real question: can this be a investment in the long run? Let me know what you guys think in the comments with that. Let me know what you guys think. Is this something that you guys can think can be an investment or not? I'll see you guys in the next video.